How's it going, JDM crew? John here from JDM EXPO with another pleasant inventory video. And you might notice, compared to the last couple of videos, I actually have the windows up, got the AC cranked on high. Oh, okay, it's medium, but you know what I mean. Definitely a pleasant in the 30s day, 90s Fahrenheit. But who wouldn't want to spend the day in a good old Skyline? And this time we've got an R33. You might notice that the steering wheel is a little bit worn. Still got the stock airbag. Pretty much everything about this is stock. So for those of you guys looking for a R33 that's stock, we just got this one in. And yeah, it's, I don't know. Part of me is kind of baffled at how stock it is. We've got 100,000 kilometers on there, so about 60,000 miles. And I mean, okay, well, all right, the audio deck isn't stock. We've got this CD/mini disc deck, but yeah, for the most part, everything else is stock. Engine, we don't even have sway bars, we don't even have suspension, we don't even have wheels. So we've got the OEM alloys, which for those of you in the States, they look like the S14 alloys, which are pretty cool. They were on the SE editions of the S14s, you know, the premium model. I had one back in the day, so yeah, about almost 20 years ago. Jeez. And so this is a GTST Type M. So we've got the RB25 and a little bit of brake noise, but that's fine. Just shaking off the dust there. Actually, this was brought to us from a dealer partner over in, I believe it was Tochigi or Ibaraki, so out in the Tokyo area. So this was delivered by driving the 500 kilometers over here, and so this thing is definitely running really well. Inspection's actually still good for another month, so if you're in Japan, that can easily be transferred, and you'll have lower fees whenever you're re-registering it. But if you're overseas, well, it's pretty much ready to go. Got all those papers as usual. And I know I'm not really talking about the performance a whole lot because it's absolutely OEM. This is the Type M. So we've got the 2.5 turbo RB25 DET. And yeah, I mean, we've got the stock airbox, stock intercooler, everything is stock. But that's fine. It's actually really pleasant. I do like the RB25 and 20 a little bit more than the stock 26, just because, yeah, you don't have the horsepower, but it's a little bit more rev happy, very smooth. Even with the AC going, I'm not really finding any delay in this. Not a huge parasitic loss on the power. So yeah, it's definitely a bit better on the gas mileage if that's what your concern is, if you want to enjoy the Skyline platform, you know, and all that without killing the gas. But of course, when you get on the throttle, yeah, you're definitely going to be burning through that gas pretty good. I know even slightly modified RB25s will definitely eat up a lot of gas, but you'll have a lot of fun while you're doing it. And yeah, because I have AC and not a crazy sport clutch or anything like that, it's very pleasant in traffic. So if you're in a high traffic area with tons and tons of that going on in some big city, well, yeah, this is perfectly fine. And so the exterior is the original black color. They did just kind of repaint it, and you know, it was starting to fade a little bit on the clear coat, so they took care of that. They actually, which I'll show you in a little bit, put on fresh seals on the windshield and the rear windshield, which I was kind of surprised. So a lot of the seals that usually people are worried about, because whenever you get cars this old, they'll dry and crack and you'll start to leak, and you could probably get some rust in some areas because of that. Well, even around the trunk area, they actually put some fresh seals on there, fresh rubber around there, and I was like, wow, pretty surprised at that. So everything's pretty clean all around. They really did a good job at just refreshing the paint. So this is all original and refreshed to the original specifications, which is really great. And I know it's not a whole lot of performance to show off here, but I can tell you that going through the RPMs, I've been having no issues here. And the transmission and the clutch feel really good. I'm not sure if they replaced that or not. They've just kept up on the general maintenance on this car. So, and with as low kilometers as it is, only 100,000 for, you know, this old of a vehicle. And it's been running ever since, so they've definitely just been keeping it going. That's one of the bigger concerns with these older vehicles, is like if they're sitting around too long, then you're going to start to have all sorts of other problems. But as long as they're driven at least reasonably regularly, even if you're not putting a lot of miles on it, and just keep up on the maintenance, these things last a long time. Well, we're going to be going through the rest of the walk around. You guys are going to love the exterior. Even though it's original, it's nothing too flashy, looks really good. So we'll be there in just a couple minutes. Let's fast forward. And of course with the interior, as you can see with the upholstery here, quite nice. The headliner doesn't have any bubbling or, you know, sagging, so that's pretty good. As you can see, the seat's in pretty good shape. Stock, but hey, it's in good shape there. And as you can see, the rear seats are quite nice as well. So all around, really good interior. I know this steering wheel, it's got a little wear, but hey, it's functional. And you can definitely upgrade that if you want to, or just put a steering wheel cover. And these door panels are all pretty fresh as well. And the attention to detail, like I mentioned earlier, was really good with the paint job. They definitely removed panels and painted properly. Definitely refreshed a lot of panels and got some pretty good clear coat on there. And as I mentioned before, that the exhaust is OEM style, so sounds good. I mean, it's functional. It's not super loud if that's what you're looking for, but if you're looking for OEM, well, this is it. GTST 2.5T or 25T, but yeah. And I was mentioning earlier about the good old alloys here. These are 205/55 16s, so just these are V rated, by the way, so they're definitely designed for sport, but they're also, you know, quite beefy enough to feel more like a passenger car. So it's actually very comfortable driving, and that's all around too. And as I mentioned before, I had an S14 with those, so those alloys are pretty solid. Still pretty heavy compared to aftermarket ones, but hey, you know. And here we go with the headlights. They're not HID, they are original halogens. And here is the engine bay. As you can see, there's the oil filter and fuel filter. Stock airbox right here. I'll just show you those numbers here real quick. Zoom in there. So if you're interested in that, we'll also have it in the description. So there you go. Whoops, sorry. And so if you're looking for some high performance, well, this is not exactly that. It is definitely near factory performance. RB25 DET. So as you can see, the over the engine intake right there. The intercooler, for those of you that don't already know, is right in here, so it's on the side. It's not a front mount. As you can see, it's actually kind of empty back there. So if you wanted to upgrade, you can definitely do that. They do have kits available. Grady and HKS make some pretty good ones. So it's really up to you and your budget if you wanted to upgrade. But if you're looking for original, this is it right here. This is all original. Okay, now that we have already looked at the engine bay, I did want to just at least show you guys a little bit more of the details here, where when they repainted it and polished a lot of parts here, they actually put some fresh rubber seals all around. So on the front and rear windshields, they definitely got that, so it's really good. So really excellent restoration, which on arrival I was really surprised that they had actually taken good care of that. So I'll just give you guys the good old walk around here, so you can kind of enjoy the OEM beauty that is this R33. Alright, so in the trunk space, I notice it's got 100,000 kilometers, so they've definitely used this quite a bit. So a little bit of dirt, but in general, pretty decent shape. What surprised me is I did tell you guys about the seals being replaced. So in these areas, typically in some of the higher mileage ones, or if they're in some of the maybe more rough climates here in Japan, they tend to leak a bit. So they actually restored these areas, you know, and they're actually pretty good. So no problems there. Yeah, just with a lot of people are concerned with some of these higher mileage vehicles that, yeah, some of the seals dry out and you don't want to mess up anything there. So as you can see, a little bit of dust. It looks like they didn't even use this. It's just worn from years of sitting here. So yeah, we got the jack and stuff on that side. We got this spare tire here, and this definitely worn felt carpeting there, but overall, yeah, still that's where the battery is. So if you guys can kind of see underneath here, oops, there you go. So that's all good, and that's shine, fresh. And of course, importantly, you guys might want to know that this doesn't have any accident history, so they didn't have any major repairs done to this. So, and based on what I've seen with the chassis and everything and all those regular points that you might see signs of repair, there didn't seem to be any impact whatsoever, so that's great. Well, there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful, shiny R33 here. And I know it's a little different today because I'm using the gimbal. Just definitely want to smooth it out so you guys can enjoy the splendor that is this R33 GTST Type M. Don't forget, it is a Type M. So we got that turbo action going on there. And as always, thanks for stopping by. If you have any questions about this or any other vehicle, make sure to hit us up Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or email info@jdm-expo.com, and our sales team will be able to get back to you within about 24 hours. So yeah, as always, thanks for stopping by, and hope you enjoyed this Skyline. We've got a couple more on the way, and you know, I'm gonna try to stay cool and hydrated while I get those out to you. Definitely this weather is starting to cooperate a little bit because we've been having a lot of rain lately, as is tradition here in the summertime of Japan. So well, you guys know what to do. Make sure to hit the like, share with some of your friends if they're interested in a GTST, or if they're interested in any of the other cars that we have on here, just let them know. And if those are sold out, because we've definitely been moving a lot of inventory, our sales team can definitely locate a fresh one just for you. So keep your JDM dreams alive, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.